Smitty, 5 for 5 from three-point range in the second quarter, 15 points, and took all that momentum away from Cleveland.
You know, Isaiah said it at the beginning in the pregame. He understands pace. What I love about him, Isaiah, he can just get off the basketball, let everybody play, and then he finds his moments. And, boy, when he gets his moments going, he is trying to step on your neck, and he's trying to make sure you don't get back up. If you see right here, there's too much space. We talked about playing defense where you can touch. No one's to touch. So he's getting a chance to play with it. And he's going to have you going zig and zag. And next thing you know, he starts shooting them rainbows. And booyah! Next thing you know, no one's there. How can you forget where Tyrese Haliburton is? Too much space again. He gets off of it. I love it. Now that little screen flare. Next thing you know, one more time again. Booyah! He is having his way. Chris Miles, love this. Somebody has to be there. Now he catches it. Jared Allen throws it, gets off of it again. How can nobody understand to be able to stay attached with him? Pump fake, shoots it again. Meow, boom. Then one more time, Tyrese Haliburton was rolling from behind the three-point line. But also, Isaiah, there was a couple plays we were watching. He ran a pick and roll near the half court, knowing they were going to double, to get it to Siakam so he can have full speed going downhill. Who takes the ball to the coffee corner at half court and runs a pick and roll, and you go double?
Yeah, I mean, his intellect for the game is on another level. And, you know, at the start of the game, Smitty, when he walked in, I said, you know, he walking in like Caitlin Clark, right? Now, real talk, right? The way he played the game tonight, this is a Caitlin Clark kind of game. He spread the floor, right? He knocked down the three. He kept the pace. And not only did he keep the pace, he controlled tempo. He got everybody involved. I mean, you know, he had the floor spread out. You know, he's shooting it from way out there. And then he, you know, you get a big man on him. He doing his thing. But again, the way I say this, you know, in all sincerity. You know, we all steal from each other in terms of when we play against each other, when we watch somebody play, right? I tried to do the Smitty. I wasn't as good with it as he is, right? But at the same time, I think Haliburton watching Caitlin and their relationship, you know, being fans of each other, I see a lot of her game in his game right now.
You know, Zeke, I know that a lot of times when it comes to closeout games on the road, I look at this series and the Cavs lost 3 straight home playoff games to the Pacers. They lost both home regular season games against the Pacers. How difficult is it to be down by 19, to be on the road in a closeout game when you're up 3-1 in the series? And what does that tell us about this Pacers team?
Well, I'm going to say something about the Cavaliers team first, right? You know, I don't know who saw the first Jaws movie, but I did when the man said, hey, we need a bigger boat. You know, because the way the Pacers came in, they came in like Jaws tonight. They came in like sharks. Cleveland got out to a nice sizable lead. But then all of a sudden, as Smitty said, Haliburton just swole up and was like, hey, okay, I'm going to be big out here. I'm going to play good. I'm going to move it around and do everything. And the way the Pacers responded, you know, this is real stuff. Their toughness and their grit is real.
All right, let's hear from the leader of that group, Tyrese Haliburton, gold medal winner. Tyrese Haliburton with Jerry Greenberg.
Well, Tyrese, congratulations. Back-to-back trips to the Eastern Conference Finals, and you do it this year by knocking off the top seed in the East. How'd you do this one?
Man, just think the buy-in from this group, man. Our front office, after last year, decided to keep this group together. We had a lot of confidence in what we did last year, even though a lot of people didn't. And we just stayed with it, man. We're just really taking steps on the defensive end. Our offense is what it is, but taking steps on that side of the floor, and that's changing things for us. And, man, it's a special run right now.
You and I were talking before the game. Your offensive numbers haven't been tremendous in this series. You made more threes in this game than you did in the first 4 games combined.
Yeah.
What did you do differently tonight, knowing that Cleveland was keying on you the entire time?
Yeah, I mean, they tried to, guard me more straight up versus the full court deny I've seen all series. So that's the game of basketball, man. It's like chess. I I ain't never played chess, but I play Catan, so maybe it's like Catan, the board game. Yes, sir, baby. And, man, just going with it, making adjustments on the fly.
So you had a long embrace with Tristan Thompson and Donovan Mitchell. What was it like battling against this team for 5 games?
Yeah, man, special, man. Donovan's a hell of a player. That group is a really special group. They've had a hell of a year. Me and Tristan got traded here together, so it's like my big brother. And, man, just had a lot of fun competing against those guys. Coach Atkinson is an amazing basketball mind. The adjustments he made all series were amazing. And, you know, we just stayed with it, made plays when we needed to, and, you know, it's a big win.
You've had a lot of people this year question you as a player, question this team's validity making it to the Eastern Conference Final last year. What does it say now about this team and about you? And what does it say to all the critics now that you guys are back right where you were last year?
Yeah, I mean, I know who I am. We know who we are. Not worried about outside noise, but it's a big win, a special win. We're not done yet. You know, we got another series here coming up, and we got to be prepared. You know, our goal wasn't to get back to the Eastern Conference Finals. Our goal is to win a championship. And nobody has to believe that as long as we do in the locker room and all the people cheering for us. So we just stay with it, man, keep playing Pacer basketball, and live with the results.
Congratulations, Tyrese.
You know, coming into this game, Donovan Mitchell was questionable, a game-time decision, averaged 34 points per game in this series. That's including a 12-point game that he had last time out when he got that ankle injury. Zeke, what did you make of the way that Donovan played with that injury? 35 points, 21 free throw attempts, and the effort that he gave tonight.
I thought he gave a great effort, an amazing effort in the losing cause, knowing that, you know, the ankle injury that he was playing with, and just, you know, his toughness, even though he didn't shoot the ball as well as he wanted to, but he found other ways to score by getting to the foul line and, you know, making sure that he was involved in the game and he just wasn't out there as a statue. I thought he gave everything that he could as a player tonight on the offensive end, and gritty performance by him.
You know, Smitty, down the stretch, we've talked so much about Evan Mobley and his development. 24 and 11, 8 for 12 from the field, had his presence felt as well.
He did. I didn't think he put his imprint on his game from the beginning to be able to set the tone. I thought at times he played in spurts, but they're going to need him to be dominant. If you're going to be Defensive Player of the Year, I got to dominate the game on the offensive end and the defensive end, but at least he played okay. I thought he played good at times. But I thought this entire Cleveland team, Zeke said it almost like they were always playing catch-up, and just like in a boxing match, they got hit, then they hit back. They never hit first.
And when I hear that, Smitty, I'm looking at the fourth quarter box score.
Mm-hmm.
Donovan Mitchell, 16 points in the fourth, really the Cav player that produced. When I look at